98% of live sports aren't broadcasted. Right now, 2% are. These are the UEFA Champions League finals, big production events. With the advent of live mobile video, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and so on, there's so many events out there that now can open up the possibility of actually live streaming and reaching their audience. And I watched a presentation earlier today about chasing the audience, and I feel like our product is perfectly positioned to chase this 98% of broadcasts that aren't being broadcast right now in sporting events. So this is the reason why, because it's extremely complicated. You need professional people on site to actually produce the event. You need to know who's running that. You need a huge budget to be able to do that. This is cost prohibitive to grassroots sports, small sporting federations, to a multitude of different live sporting events that just can't do this production right now. This will run you 10,000 euros a day at the minimum, up to 100,000 euros event for a live sporting event. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to allow a device that sits in your pocket that everyone owns to become that live camera streaming source, to be able to record live sporting events, produce them in the cloud without any equipment on site at a very affordable level. So for 500 euros, you can get started with a full day event and actually live stream your sports to your entire audience and chase your audience where they are, which is on social media, on your own site, niche content, and finding a new avenue to actually democratize live video production. So what can we do? We can use the iPhone, or we have a free app for iOS and Android. You can use live drone footage. You can use a live encoder with a camera, so you can use a professional camera workflow to do this. And these are the kind of customers that we're working with. We're working with RSI here in Switzerland, the Federation of Ski. We just did an event in Biarritz, the Longboarding World Championships. This is an event that isn't a tier 1 event for that organization. They would have never been able to actually produce that event with a live multi-camera professional setup with graphical overlays without a technology that's based in the cloud. So this allowed them not to have a producer on site producing that event. They use volunteers and monitors who are volunteering their time as camera operators. We have a two-way communication system, and the producer could be sitting half the world away producing this event. That kind of workflow is revolutionary. Yes, you can pick up your phone and stream into social media, but what you can't do is actually produce that event, and that's where Dazzl comes in, and we're actually allowed and are able to do that. So this is the use case for RSI here in Switzerland. So they didn't have the coverage to actually produce a live sporting event, but they wanted to capture the audience through social media pre and post-match. So this is an example of just one use case of how people are using Dazzl to reach their audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ryan. Very good.
So I wonder what feedback you have from fans who are actually using the end product of this service. Can you talk about some numbers and some feedback?
Yeah, so as one example is the Spartan race, which is like a very popular adventure race, weekend warrior type race. They were able to reach 1.5 million fans during a broadcast last year. And when you think about it, like, where's the value for the actual federation itself, the organization? What about the brands? People who are trying to sell to that 1.5 million, this is a captive audience that loves those kind of events. There's a value in that I think historically we haven't been able to reach. And when we think of a new way, money talks, these events, we just did an event in Ancenis as well, TV8 Mont Blanc, covered an event that they would have cost them probably 50,000 euros or above. Using 4G data with mobile phones, they were able to capture runners doing a marathon through the mountains of Mont Blanc. And with that event as well, they were able to promote the city, they were able to promote the brand of Salomon, which sponsored the event. And now Salomon has said, hey, you know what, for that price point, we can actually bring value out of that and do that for a multitude of other events. Promote the brand and reach a niche audience that wants to see these events live.
I may ask a question about the monetization model. So how do you guys make money? Is it by selling licenses to broadcasters, or how do you guys do it?
So currently our service is all cloud-based. We're built on Amazon Web Services. So we build based on the amount of time you use our platform. The mobile app itself is free, so anybody can download. So if someone who's volunteering at the event can download our app. They're given a simple token. They don't have to pay anything to use the app. So that allows you to have contributors that can actually contribute to the event without any monetization. For like a one-day event, we can do things either on a one-day event basis, or we can do it on a subscription. If you're an organization that runs these events weekly, we can do kind of longer-term annual plans with a monthly recurring fee. But it starts as cheap as 500 euros a month.
Are you just looking at lower-tier professional sports, or are you looking at the amateur and youth market as well?
I think with this technology, just with the advent of social media video, it's opened it up to anyone. So we're not limiting ourselves. Whoever wants to use our technology can. And it's not just live sports, live events. We had the elections in India happened recently, and there was a TV broadcaster locally who was using our technology to actually broadcast live. But to your point, we have large broadcasters and large brands that wouldn't use us for their professional events, but their social media teams, our technology is so easy to use that if someone who's a social media manager or marketing person could be running this technology without having to know anything about streaming or video.
Congratulations on reaching the final. And please, can you tell us, in addition to your main business model, what you do or what the business does to give back and assist others or the planet?
So it's a great question. So our customer TVA Mont Blanc just mentioned the fact, and we never even thought of this from a marketing message, but there's a reality to this, is not having any on-site production doesn't mean you need an OB truck there, you don't need to fly people there. We're offsetting the ecological impact of sending people to that event quite significantly. These are people who are already at the event volunteering, and there's no additional cost to nature or ecology.